Right, there we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We're here today to talk. Well, I'm here today to talk about a little thing I've been thinking about. Leeds and boxing. We've had three light heavyweight champions come from Leeds. Tom Collins before me, and I think he won two Lonsdale belts outright. Then there was me, and then there's Bob Hodges AF as well. What is it about Leeds that produces light heavyweights? Well, not only that, it produces some good boxers. It's just that we get sort of like no credit. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. I just think I don't know.
Well, we were talking. Well, this sort of came up yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah.
And
And I was just wondering as well about, was Leeds' first gold medal
right,
down to a boxer? So I mean, that'd be a nice, interesting
right.
thing to look up.
Yeah, we'll look that up.
You
But
know?
yeah, we were discussing the idea of and why there has been good people coming out of this area and stuff. We were discussing whether your environment makes a difference to the boxer, meaning, you know, economically speaking.
No, I don't think it's got anything to do with it.
Right.
It's all down to the person and how he's being taught. You know what I mean? It's one of them things you can. My upbringing wasn't rough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't poor. We had 8 houses, 9 houses, we used to rent them out.
Right.
I mean, I'm not poor
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
by any means
Mm.
to some of the people around there. We had a shop.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was one thing I never worried about.
Yeah, yeah.
So to me,
But it is what some would consider, you know,
it was great.
like a, yeah.
No, where I was brought up in there it was absolutely fantastic.
Right.
All I've got are good memories of that place.
Right.
You know what I mean? I learned so much. I had some great kids to teach me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I had such a great laugh. So I can't complain, and I would never complain
Yeah.
about where I was brought up. I got
See,
told I got told the other day that Leeds, where I was brought up, between it's like a triangle
Right.
between Elford, Bayswater Road, Earls Road, and Roundy Road, and the meet at a point. It was
Right.
the most densely populated area in Europe.
At the time. Oh,
Yeah, at the
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Shit. It's like you brought up, because we were discussing how that affects people being around that kind of area and stuff, and we were saying, you were sort of brought it up because we started talking about great fighters. The common theme is that they come out of what would be considered to be shitty areas or whatever, but you always said they were always the quiet ones, even in that
There
area.
was the scene that basically it was something was wrong,
Yeah.
and mainly most of them there wasn't followers,
Right.
but they weren't leaders either.
Right.
No, they were more loners
Right. Right.
because you kind of have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a different world in the head of a boxer. I've always said boxers are nutter. You know what I mean? We have to be.
Right. Yeah.
When you saw like around a lot of people and you know you're like the odd one out,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what
Yeah.
I mean? So,
See, do you think that, as opposed to an area like you grew up in, do you think a privileged person who wants to be a boxer, do you think that affects them?
no,
No.
because it's a determination. It's like
But it is a common thing that the best boxers have come from,
no, it's just that basically
that kind
they
of
don't
area.
want what's going on.
Right.
Like I'm saying, it's like you can be from a privilege. My background was privileged.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean, at 13 we moved up to Chapel Allen, which is a nice area.
We'll replace the word.
No, a detached house.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? So it's like
We'll replace the word privileged with extremely wealthy.
no spoiled.
Yeah. Yeah. Spoiled. Yeah.
There's different things. It's like, can a spoiled child? No, not really, because he's always being told he's brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing he does is ever wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
you can't learn like that.
Hmm.
Where my kind of upbringing and background with the kids I was, there was no allowed. You was not allowed to have an ego.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was one of them things. You ain't no
Well, yeah.
better than us.
Yeah. You've always said
You
that.
know what I mean? You
And
ain't no
I
better
think
than us.
I think I agree with what you've said that areas like that can be a genuine, actual community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actual communities, but the thing is, they can develop some great characters.
Yeah.
Come out of them kind of places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's where you don't let your environment knock you.
Yeah.
Well, you let it help you, you can shelter it. So if you're in
Mm.
a spoiled, privileged background, you can still be a boxer and focus on what you want to achieve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not what you're given, what
Yeah.
you've done yourself.
Yeah.
Where most of these people who've come from these not privileged background, they feel like they have to work on themselves to achieve, because nobody's going to give them an helping hand.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like, as well. I was having a conversation. It wasn't to do with boxing, but I was having that same kind of conversation with a friend, and we were talking about bettering yourself, and we were saying that bettering yourself is actually kind of a really tough thing to undergo at points, and one of the reasons for that is that no one's going to praise you through the process of becoming a better person. No one's going to praise you because no one gives a shit at the end of the day, but the payoff from when you actually achieve being better,
it's like I've always said,
it's
this,
real, you know,
who
it's
do you
just
do it
unspoken.
For? No, but who are you doing it for? Are you doing it for praise?
Yeah.
Why do you need the praise?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I find that
But
weird.
I don't think it's a thing about praise. What I'm saying is the absence of praise.
But why do you
It doesn't matter. It's just becoming the better. It's becoming the better you.
Yeah, but most people are looking for this praise.
Yeah.
It's like they're looking for something on the outside to make them feel better on the inside. Well, look at me, I've done this and I've done that. Well, so what? Are you supposed to do this?
Yeah.
And are you supposed to do that?
Mm.
You know what I mean? Everybody seems to be wanting to be rewarded for doing something that they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking,
Yeah.
what's going on there?
Yeah.
The reward in doing something well and doing something right.
Were you ever admired at any point by people who were boxers who were just your friends and you were up and coming and stuff?
Nah, man. My mates weren't like that.
Right.
No.
They just saw it as you.
My mates, they know me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wipe my nose on my sleeve. They know I'm not as a fruitcake.
Yeah.
And they just let me be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not. They know there's no airs and graces about me. They know everything's just. It's just in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm quiet. Sometimes I'm loud.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm sad. Sometimes I'm happy.
So going on further from that, talking more specifically about environment, meaning Leeds. Why do you think Leeds specifically breeds these kind of people?
Because I think you're not going to get no help or backup from Leeds. So basically it's all done on your own back.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't see many sponsors coming, crawling out of the woodwork. I mean, you don't see any, basically.
Do you know of, do you think that's still happening? That
I don't really
talented people are still coming out of Leeds?
In
relation to boxing?
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
Right.
But the thing is like, because we're from Leeds, it's not a very glamorous place. It's not London.
Yeah. Not in some parts anyway. In some parts,
No.
Leeds is pretty glamorous.
No, it's not that. It's what I'm saying is it's not going to attract the promoters.
Right.
Because it seems like Leeds is kind of like a funny place. It's like nobody's better than anybody else.
Right.
It's not really a big thing.
Yeah.
Just because you're absolutely the top of your class at something else. So what? You're still not as good.
I mean, it's
as
like
me
you
now.
said, when like really well-known celebrities or whatever come into Leeds, like no one's really affected by it.
Doesn't really bother most
And I've
people.
heard multiple stories of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I've said before, there's an attitude with people from Leeds. It's like nobody's better than us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We just all right, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, we're from Leeds.
Yeah.
We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I think that's the kind of attitude, and I like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's a nice place to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? It should be the capital of England.
So hold on, alright, so as the last question, why do you think Leeds, you have an idea that Leeds has never got the props it deserves in regards to the media? Why do you think that is?
Just like I said, because basically I don't think we fall for that hero worship crap.
But I don't think hero worship crap, as you just put it, is ultimately chosen by the person.
No,
I think
no, it's not, but I'm on about...
the highlight is from the people behind the cameras and stuff.
Sometimes it's the press and the media who put the spotlight on the person.
Yeah, yeah.
Then it's how the person acts under the spotlight, whether
Right.
it keeps them on it or not.
Right.
Most people in Leeds can't be asked with all that show.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? We're more doers
Right.
than chatters, you know what I mean? Most people talk, look at me, look at me.
Mm.
Where it seems like most of the people in Leeds, we go out and do the business.
Mm.
Look if you want to look.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
We're from Leeds, we don't give a shit.
Mm.
We do things because we... But I don't know if everybody else, but I just find that my mates do things because they want to do it.
Yeah.
Not because they're going to get approval from somebody or disapproval from somebody. It's because they want to do it and it makes them feel
Do you
good.
think that Leeds has brought out some of the richest boxing in England?
I don't know if it's brought out some of the richest boxing in England. I think we've got a lot of very good fighters who never got a fair shake.
A reputation that was never highlighted.
No, it's not about highlight. It's like if you go back to the Hammers when we was Hammers, I was talking to you about it before, used to box 2 or 3 times to be the champion of Leeds in one night.
Yeah,
Where in
yeah.
London you only had to win
Yeah,
the
yeah.
London Championships and you're in the finals.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
So we had Leeds, and then after you fought maybe twice or 3 times in Leeds, you might have to fight 2 or 3 times to be the champion of Yorkshire.
Hmm.
And back then Yorkshire included Hull and Humberside.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was a big county, man. And all were hard. And then you had all the North East in the next round. Then you got to the quarterfinals. How many fights have you had just to get in to the finals?
Right.
Where in London you've had 1 or 2 fights and you're in the finals.
Mm.
The armed forces, you've just got to be the forces champion. You're in the final.
Right.
From Leeds, boy, you've got to go around all of England
You gotta really put in the work.
to get into the final.
Right, right. Do you think, and I think you would probably say that's a positive thing?
It makes me laugh. No, it does, it just makes me laugh because the people who are representing the country are the best boxers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we don't win anything in Olympics and championships because the best boxers are in the team.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean? It
Do you
makes
think
me
there's a
laugh.
solution to this problem?
A solution to the problem is to bring back boxing.
Right.
Of what boxing is, get the people who are training at the moment, get them to learn how to teach boxing,
Right.
get them to teach defence,
Right,
you
right.
know what I mean? Get them to teach how to defend themselves, not to be,
So this isn't just a Leeds problem in that case then?
no, it's a boxing problem,
Yeah,
but then
yeah,
again
yeah.
it's a societal problem,
Right.
because it's like society has no respect,
Yeah.
and it seems like in boxing there's no respect anymore. Where I was always taught respect.
Right.
You've got to respect yourself,
Mm.
get yourself fit before you get in the ring.
Right.
Because boxing is a dangerous lesson, man. It will
Yeah,
teach
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
severely if you don't respect it.
Right.
And then you've got people who basically it's all about heart. Let's see how big your heart is. Instead of going back to the fundamentals, let's see how smart you are.
See, alright, so I have one more question. Would you, you just said that Leeds, it hasn't been highlighted, nor does it wish to be highlighted.
I wouldn't say,
Right.
I think it'd like to be highlighted in,
Would you like it to be highlighted? That's what I'm asking. Would you?
I'd
Because
love
do
it
you
to be-
think,
I'd
do
love
you
the
think it's
spotlight.
almost unjust that it hasn't been?
yeah,
Right.
yeah I do, but
And you'd like to see it happen?
I'd like it to be brought, I like boxing to be brought back.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to sort of like get together.
Right. Right.
Beats boxing excellent and technical specialists.
Mm.
You know, to teach the fundamentals of defence
Yeah. Yeah.
footwork,
Yeah.
balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How will get the best out of yourself? Not being trained, not being told what to do.
Okay.
If you're getting it, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
The first thing you do is move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get out of the way. It's not taught.
And you can find all this on your page. Ralph and Ashley.
Yeah. Everything, man.
Yeah.
Anything and everything.
Lessons updated as soon as possible, all that, whenever I'm around to
Yeah.
write it down for you and everything. And
If there's people that talk, I don't write, which is one of them weird things. Everything's kind of like in my head. So whatever happens, happens. But there's one thing I do know is boxing.
right, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? 24/7 from the age of about 9 to 41, 42.
See, do you think this is a good thing? You've talked about before about the sort of traumatic experience of retirement for a boxer. Do you think this is you, more than just fixing the game of boxing, do you think this is some personal therapy?
No, because I think I've been through my personal therapy.
Right.
I think I found who I am. Well, I never lost who I was, but reconnected with who I am.
Right.
And for me, I've learned so much through boxing, it's time to pass it on.
Right.
I would never give my life up for anything
Right.
or anybody. And if I had my life over again, I'd live every day exactly the same.
Right.
Because of what I've learned, and if anybody has had as life as exciting and varied and wondrous through boxing, and I can help them find that,
Okay.
then great. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't even, if somebody told me some of the things I did, or some of the places I've been, I wouldn't believe them.
Right.
I really wouldn't believe
Yeah.
them. You know what I mean? So,
Alright, so on that note, you want to tell the nice people to subscribe, like, share, whatever?
it's up to you if you want. It's just ravings of a lunatic, a madman, a boxing theologist. Because at the moment, I ain't boxing no more, so I can talk about it. So right now, I'm a boxing theologist.
I think it's theorist.
Theorist. A boxing theorist. And I've got